near-death Batman from the Children of Arkham, and taking him back to her place for some much-needed medical treatment. After a little talk about their lives, some bantering and a little flirting, one thing leads to another and they end up spending the night together. Now I must say, although you don't really see that much skin, this does feel a little bit like some sort of online sex game, as the player gets to decide whether to kiss her or not. Whether to let her undress herself or whether he wants to undress her.
Do I have to do all the work myself? Or are you gonna undo this for me?
Let me help you.
It's what you do best, isn't it?
And all of the other moves you'd expect the two to be doing in a scene like this. But at the same time, it doesn't feel that weird, probably because it's done quite tastefully with not too much being shown. And it probably doesn't hurt that this animation looks a bit more lifelike than 2D animation. And I must say that this is definitely the most attractive version of Catwoman that I've ever seen in animation. I personally never thought that she looked like much in comics, video games and other movies, but in this game she is definitely hot, and I finally see why Bruce Wayne likes her so much. And as I've mentioned, this is a Telltale video game, which means the player gets to decide exactly what happens in the scene, so it's tailored to the player, and as such it adds a level of intimacy and likability, as everyone gets their own version of this scene, which is something we haven't really had before in any DC animation sex scenes. But along with the playfulness and banter that Catwoman and Batman have, there's also an emotional connection that adds another level to it. And unlike the Killing Joke scene, this explores the adult theme of a one-night stand that goes well and leads to more afterwards, as the two continue to be close throughout the other chapters of the game. Though since this is a Batman romance, it of course must still end, which is a shame, but it's all part of the Batman charm. It's also nice to see the relationship go to the next level for once. A lot of the time I've seen these two in media, it's put across as a very will they won't they type of thing, which in my opinion has been too overplayed at this point. And even when they are clearly in love with one another, it's not always clear whether they've actually